Hello friends, welcome in a lecture of Mechanics of Solid Subject. Myself Mitesh Patel. I am working as an assistant professor in a mechanical department at a Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. Today's our lecture topic is a force couple system and coplanar non-concurrent forces. So coplanar concurrent forces is already studied in last lecture, in previous lectures. So in this lecture we discuss about the what is the force couple system, and next non-concurrent forces and coplanar forces are discussed and solve the examples related to coplanar non-concurrent forces. Okay, so let's start the lecture. First of all, see the equivalent couples. What is the equivalent couples? Couples are said to be equivalent if their produce effect on a body are same. Means in short we can say that the couples who are generated the same effects on bodies, these couples is called the equivalent couples. The couples which are generate the same effect, this couple is called the equivalent couples. Okay, the example of equivalent couples are shown is here. This is the one couple, second couple and third couple. All three couples having a value are similar, and similar values of couple are generated the same effect. So these all three couples are we can say that it's a equivalent couple. Okay, clear? Now see the next topic is a force couple system. What is the force couple system? Here, when the system consists of a force along with the moment or couple is known as a force couple system. Means the system having a force and couple, then combining the system is known as a force couple system. This concept is helpful in shifting a force away from its line of action. This system is helpful to transfer a force from one place to another place in away from the line of action. Okay, let's take the example given in the slide. A given force F applied to the body at a point A can away be replaced by an equal force applied at another point B as shown in figure. Here the force F is given at A, but it can be replaced at a B with a couple which will be equivalent to original forces. Means we assume that this force is head here, then how do we then assume that the two equal and opposite forces it's here is equal to the F, then not any kind of effect are generated onto the body. These two forces equal and two opposite forces that are considered here. This is the force at A. Now it's considered to be at B. If what will be do, we consider the two force which are equal and opposite of F. Okay, so that's not create any effect on body. So here in this condition we can say that this force and this opposite force are creating the couple. So we can say that the force is shifting from away from the its line of action with the help of couple. Okay, and force. So it's called the force couple system, which are helpful to shifting the force from away from the its line of action. So with the help of force couple system we replace the force from away from the line of action. એટલે કે લાઇન ઓફ એક્શનથી આપણે ગમે તે જગ્યાએ ફોર્સને શિફ્ટ કરી શકીએ છીએ. ઓકે, ક્લિયર? Now see the simple example related to moments, how to take moment of all forces about a specific point. Let's see that first example. Example 1, ABCD is a square of 5 meter. Okay, and it's a square of 5 meter. Sides of side force of 100 Newton, 250 Newton, 150 Newton, and 300 Newton. Okay, act along is BA, DA, DC, and BC. Okay, respectively. Find the algebraic sum of the moment of all forces about the center point of square. Okay, the figure is not given, so we have to create the figure as shown in slide. So the mention that the side force of the 100 Newton, we can consider at any side, but consider it as shown in slide in this side. So 100 Newton force is in this side, then 250 Newton force. Okay, then 3 in along with the BA, DA, DC, and BC. Okay, so according to given statement, we create the figure. Now takes the moment of all forces about a O point as mentioned in example. So first take the 250 Newton. Okay, so O point is consider at any one point is a center point. Okay, so we have to take a moment about this center point of square. Okay, now consider the one force 250. So what is the moment? How to calculate the moment? We have calculated the moment with the help of force into perpendicular distance from which we have to take the moment. Okay, so perpendicular distance of 250 Newton force is a total is a 5 meter. So half is a 2.5 meter distance of perpendicular distance from O point, and the force value is a 250 Newton. Okay, now and this force is move this like around this O point, so it's a clockwise. Okay, so it's a positive moment. Now see the 100 Newton force moment, it's move like this, so it's a negative moment, and the perpendicular distance of this force from O is a 2.5. So 100 into 2.5, but it's negative. Here this moment is negative. Okay, now see the 150 Newton moment, so it's again move this way around 2O. So this is the anti-clockwise. So 150 into 2.5, but it's negative because it's turning anti-clockwise. Now the remaining is a 300. This force creating moment clockwise. Okay, so it's a positive. So 300 into 2.5. So now the total moment around O point of all forces is a 750 Newton into meter. Okay, and it's a positive value, so we can say that total moment about O is a clockwise, and its value is a 750 Newton into meter. Okay, now second example, find the moment of force of 30 kilonewton about point O as shown in figure. Okay, so another example related to simple moment. So we have to take the moment of this force about O point. So what we do need to find out the moment? So first we have to know the value of force we have, and we have a value of perpendicular distance from the point to force, but perpendicular distance is not, so we have to find out that. So firstly we find out that the perpendicular distance. For that we directly, this force perpendicular distance from O is not directly get, આપણે ડાયરેક્ટલી આ ફોર્સની મોમેન્ટ છે એના માટે પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર ડિસ્ટન્સ મળી શકશે નહીં. એના માટે શું કરી શકશું તો કે વી રિઝોલ્વ this force into the two component, horizontal and vertical, okay, according to shown in figure, okay. Now we get the perpendicular distance, okay, of vertical component and the horizontal component, okay, easily. So this type of force moment is calculated by resolving this component, resolving into the component and find the all component moment. So first take the component of these two, 30 cos 30 and 30 sin 30, because its inclined line angle is 60. So with horizontal our x-axis, the makes an angle 30 kilonewton force is 30 degree, okay. It's a 60, then this is a 30, okay. Okay, now because it's here given that this line and this line having a 90 degree angle. Now the first component is a 30 cos 30 and second component is a 30 sin 30. We know that. Now we have to find out the horizontal distance for this component for a perpendicular distance, okay. So first calculate the horizontal distance, okay. So with the help of trigonometry I consider this triangle OA, this triangle, and we have angle and we have a value of hypotenuse, means so we can find out the this vertical distance and horizontal distance. So both distance are find out, okay. And now here this is mention is there, and we also calculate the vertical distance and horizontal distance of this triangle with the help of angle and hypotenuse value 2 meter, okay. So now take the moment of both component. First component is a anti-clockwise, creating the anti-clockwise moment, okay, and another component is also creating the anti-clockwise moment, okay. So both are negative, and we can consider also as a both are negative, so we consider as a both positive, but it's taken as a moment is a anti-clockwise, so its mention is here, okay. Otherwise if this symbol is not written there, then the sign must be given minus, okay. Otherwise sign is removed and mention that this moment is anti-clockwise. If sign is not there, we have to compulsory given the value of this value have a negative sign, okay. Now the 30 sin 30 having this horizontal distance as a first triangle distance is a 144 plus 3, and the another horizontal distance is a 1. So total perpendicular distance of this component 30 sin 30 component from O is a 1.4 plus 3 plus 1, okay. Now The horizontal means perpendicular distance of horizontal component 30 cos 30 is a 141 plus this vertical value is a 141 and this vertical value is a 1.7. Okay, so the total distance is a 1.4 plus 1.7. Now the total value of moment is a 162.89 kilonewton into meter, and it's a anti-clockwise moment. Okay, clear that? Again the simple example related to find out the moment. The here force is also given inclined, so directly perpendicular distance from a point we cannot find out. Here the mention that we have to find out the moment of this 1000 Newton force from A. So this perpendicular distance is directly not find out this inclined force. So what will we do? First we resolve this force into the two component, horizontal and vertical, and then total moment of these two both components are taken from A. Okay, so we easily get the value of perpendicular distance of vertical and horizontal component. Okay, similarly we resolve this in two component. Okay, 1000 cos 30, 1000 sin 30. Okay, now take the moment. For that we have to find out the total horizontal and vertical distance. Here the horizontal distance is given, but we have to find out the vertical distance. It's find out with the help of this triangle and trigonometry. Here the angle is 60, so here is also 60 because of the z angle. Now this triangle BB dash and C triangle, and we know that the value of this side, so we can easily find out the value of B dash B, and we have value of B dash B. How? Tan 60 is equal to BB dash upon B dash C. B dash C have a one value, so we find out the value of BB dash is a 1.7. Okay, so now we have all value. So take the all moments and take the moments of both four component. First take the 100 sin 30. It's a anti-clockwise moment, so it's a negative, and here is the there, and this is also creating the anti-clockwise moment. Okay, so both are negative, and here consider the both positive, but I mentioned that it's a anti-clockwise. Okay, so both are taken positive because both are negatives. You also take as a both are negative, so here don't need to mention that this is anti-clockwise, so the symbol is not necessary. If the here mention, we mention the or we consider the negative signs of both moment. Okay, clear that? So I hope that you very well understand how to take the moment. Let's see another examples. Similar way, this is the inclined force. So if we have to find out the moment from C point, so we have to resolve this force into the horizontal and vertical component. So horizontal component is a 200 cos 60 and vertical component is a 200 sin 60. Okay, now we have a horizontal and vertical distance both, so we have directly take the moment of vertical and horizontal component. So 100 Newton into vertical distance is a, this horizontal component value is 100 Newton, and this perpendicular distance is a 40 centimeter. Okay, now the another vertical component having a perpendicular distance from C is a 20 centimeter. So 20 into vertical component value is a 173. Okay. Now the moment value is 7464 Newton into centimeter. Here the both component are creating the anti-clockwise moment. Okay. And see the line of action at parallel to C, and now see that it's creating the anti-clockwise moment. So both are anti-clockwise moment, so taken as a both are negative. Okay, clear? Now see the example related to coplanar non-concurrent forces. Okay, so what is the coplanar non-concurrent forces? Means the forces which are coplanar, means laying onto the same plane. Forces are laying into the same plane but not meet at one point. Then it's called the coplanar non-concurrent forces. Okay. Now the first example related to non-concurrent coplanar forces, or we can say that coplanar non-concurrent forces. So find the magnitude and direction of resultant with respect to O point. Okay, O point is here the corner of square for shown in figure, for the system shown in figure. Okay, the figure is given. For that system we have to find out the resultant of this system with respect to O. Okay, so for that, to find out the resultant, we have to use the resolution of forces law, or we can say that methods, resolution forces method. Okay, so first of all we take the summation of horizontal and summation of vertical. Okay, so here is the all vertical forces, and we have a one inclined force, so we have to resolve into the two component. So first consider the all vertical forces, or vertical component is a 20 kilonewton and horizontal component or horizontal forces, so it's a 100 kilonewton is a positive, 5 kilonewton is negative, -5, and this component is a 20 cos 45 is negative. Okay, now the all vertical forces summation, so this one is the vertical 20 kilonewton, it's positive, 20 sin 45 positive, and no any other vertical forces. Okay, so vertical summation of vertical forces is a 34.14, and summation of horizontal forces is a -9.14 kilonewton. Okay, so we know that how to find out the with the help of we have to find out the resultant. So we know that how to find out the resultant. R is equal to under root summation of horizontal square plus summation of vertical square. Okay, we have both value, so and put in this equation, and we easily find out the value of resultant. R is equal to 35.34 kilonewton. Okay, and for the direction we have to find out the theta. So value of theta is equal to tan theta is equal to summation of vertical upon summation of horizontal, and the value of theta is a 75 degree. Okay, clear that? Now we have a value of summation of horizontal is negative and vertical have a positive, so resultants laying into the second quadrant. Okay, now for the particular direction in non-concurrent forces, where we have to place the resultant, we find out that it's make a horizontal with the 75 degree, but where we place the resultant, so we particularly find the distance with respect to specific specific points. So here the specific or reference point is a O. So we have to find out the distance distance between the resultant and reference point O. This means perpendicular distance between them. For that we have to help Warrington's theorem. So all forces moment are equal to the resultant moment. Okay, so resultant moment means the resultant in this direction, and the perpendicular distance between O and resultant we don't know that, so assume that it is a x. So moment of resultant with respect to O is a r into x, okay, is equal to summation of the all forces moment about O point. Okay, so take the summations of all moments of all forces about O. Okay, so first take the 20 Newton force, 20 kilonewton force moment. Okay, let's take the in this direction. So the distance is 2 meter and the value is 20 kilonewton. 20 into 2, it's in anti-clockwise direction. Now here the horizontal force and this perpendicular distance is a 2. This horizontal component having a perpendicular distance 2 and horizontal component value is a 20 cos 45. Okay, now this force is passing through the O point, means this force line of action passing through the O point. So perpendicular distance is 0, so the moment of this force is also 0. So similar, this force line of action is also pass from the O point. So line of action of this force is pass through the O point. So the moment of this force is 0. Here similarly, this vertical component line of action is also pass out from the O point. So the moment of this vertical component is also 0. Okay, so these three forces moment and 0. These two force and one is a vertical component. Okay, clear that? So now all values are known. We already find out the value of resultant. So put in this equation. So unknown is the only perpendicular distance between the O point and resultant. So we find out the perpendicular distance is a 1.9 meter from O to resultant. Okay, this is necessary to find out in this non-concurrent forces. X is find out necessary because where we have to place the resultant. Resultant should be at here, resultant should be at here, resultant should be at here. Where we place the resultant. So perfect direction we have to get. So for that we have to calculate the perpendicular distance from any reference point. We also consider this point, we also consider this point, we also consider this point. So here we consider the O point. So from that we have to find out the perpendicular distance between the resultant R and reference point O. So we can perfectly place the resultant or mention that, or we can find the perfect direction of resultant. Okay, so in non-concurrent forces magnitude we similarly find out as we find out in concurrent forces, but for a direction we have to find out with two methods. First we have to find out the theta, and second thing the perpendicular distance with any specific reference point. Okay, એટલે કે નોન કોન્કરન્ટ ફોર્સિસની અંદર રિઝલ્ટન્ટના ડાયરેક્શન માટે આપણે બે વસ્તુ ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરવી પડશે. એક તો પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર ડિસ્ટન્સ કે જ્યાંથી આપણે એઝ્યુમ કર્યું છે અથવા તો રેફરન્સ પોઈન્ટ એઝ્યુમ કર્યું છે ત્યાંથી રિઝલ્ટન્ટની પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર ડિસ્ટન્સ અને થીટા. ઓકે, ક્લિયર દેટ? Here
another examples related to non-concurrent coplanar forces. Here the figure is given the triangular plate XYZ subjected to three forces. Find magnitude and direction of resultant forces and locate it on any extended edge of plate. Neglect the weight of plate. Weight of the plate is neglected, and here not mentioned that which one is the reference point. We have to decide that. From that taken is any one point, any edge point is considered as a reference point, and from this point we have to find out the perpendicular distance from this point to resultant. એટલે કે કોઈ પણ એક point થી resultant કોઈ પણ એક point ને consider કરી અને ત્યાંથી આપણે resultant નું perpendicular distance find out કરવાનું છે direction માટે. તો first of all આપણે શું find out કરવું પડશે? First of all resultant find out કરવું પડશે, પછી theta અને પછી x એટલે કે perpendicular distance between the resultant અને કોઈ પણ એક point consider કરશું ત્યાંથી એનું perpendicular distance. Okay, clear? So પહેલા first we see that the one force is horizontal but these two forces are inclined, so we have to convert into the component these two forces. So for that we have to value of angle or theta value, then and then we have to find out the value of components, but we don't have that. So we first calculate the or find out the value of theta, and after that we find the value of component. Okay, so first we find the theta value according to sine rule. So if there is a triangle, so in this triangle we are applying the sine rule. First consider this side 100 mm side and the angle, opposite angle theta 2. So ratio of this side to sine angle of this opposite side is a sine theta 2. 100 upon sine theta 2 is equal to another side 240 mm and opposite angle is a theta 1. So ratio of 240 mm side to sine angle theta 1, and the third side 260 upon sine angle sine theta 3. Okay, clear? Now one angle it should be known, then and then we find out the all another two angle. If we don't have any angles of internal angle of triangle, then we not find out any three angles. Okay, જો આપણી પાસે એક એંગલ હશે તો જ આપણે બીજા બે એંગલ ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરી શકશું ટ્રાયંગલની અંદર, અધરવાઇઝ આપણે એકે એંગલ ફાઇન્ડ આઉટ કરી શકશું નહીં. તો એના માટે આપણે શું કરશું તો કે ચેક કરશું if any angle is perpendicular. So for that we applying the Pythagoras rules. So maximum value is considered as a hypotenuse, so maximum value is a 260. So 260 square is equal to 240 square plus 100 square. Okay, so this is prove the Pythagoras law. So we can say that this angle is 90 degree because 240 is a hypotenuse. Okay, 240 mm વાળી સાઈડ છે એ 260 mm વાળી સાઈડ છે એ કર્ણ છે, તો એની સામેનો એંગલ છે એ 90 હશે. બરાબર છે? એટલે theta 3 is a 90 degree. Now we have a value of this and now we have comparing this ratio to this one and this ratio to this one. So we have find out the theta 1 and theta 2. Theta 1 value is a 67.38 and theta 2 value is a 22.62 degree. Okay, now take the summation of horizontal forces. So here horizontal force is negative 600. The another horizontal component of this force is a 480 cos theta 2. Okay, here it's make the every angle horizontal is a theta 2, because here is a theta 2, so here is also theta 2. Okay, so theta 2 value is put, we already find out. Similarly, here the angle is a theta 1. Okay, 200 cos theta 1. Clear that? Now put the value of theta 1 and theta 2. It's a 80 kilonewton. Okay, clear that? Now resultant value is 80 Newton because the vertical is 0. So if we find out the resultant with the help of this equation, summation of horizontal plus summation of vertical, but the vertical is 0, so square and under root is 18 and 80. So resultant is 80 kilonewton and it's horizontal and this negative direction. Okay, negative 80, summation of horizontal is negative 80. Okay, so it's in negative direction, but the resultant is horizontal and negative direction, but where it is, it's here, it should be at here. So to particularly decide that where it is, so we have to find out the perpendicular distance from this y point, okay, or x point, or sorry, from y point, and this distance is a x. So we have to find out the distance, perpendicular distance x from y to resultant. Okay, so for that we are applying the Varignon's theorem, or what statement of the, or what state that Varignon's theorem? It states that the resultant's moment about the any one point is equal to summation of the all forces moment about the this same point. Okay, so resultant moment about the y, so moment value is the resultant into perpendicular distance, but we don't know and we have to find out that. So this is the, assuming that this is x, perpendicular distance is a x. Now is equal to summation of all forces moment, કે ભાઈ જેટલા ફોર્સિસ છે એની મોમેન્ટનો સરવાળો. ક્યાંથી મોમેન્ટ લેવાની? તો કે વાયથી. બરાબર છે, કારણ કે રિઝલ્ટન્ટની વાયથી લીધી છે એટલે. બરાબર. This horizontal force line of action is passed from the y point. So this moment is 0. This force's moment is also 0. Okay. And these three forces having the moment. Okay, so here this vertical force moment is a 260 into 200 sin theta 1. Okay, and this force moment is a cos theta 2. Okay, 480 cos theta 2. Here is anti-clockwise, here this is anti-clockwise, and this vertical is also anti-clockwise. Okay, so three forces moment are there. Here the mistake, this slides on, here the only one force, it's a mistake. Here three forces are there, which having a, which we have to take the moment, this vertical component, this force horizontal, and this force vertical component. Okay, so here is the mistake, and you have to calculate this moment of these three forces or component, then you accurate value to find out the accurate value of x. It should be 600. Okay, now we already find out the x or be at a distance L from y. okay, on xy extended edge, okay. Sorry, we have to find out the distance of extended edge distance, means R is where touch the extended edge distance, okay. So this distance we have to find out. So this edge is extended, and here the perpendicular distance is already find out, x is a 600, okay. So here the theta 2 is there, so here is a theta 2, so sin theta is equal to opposite side, which are 600 upon L, okay. So extended length we find out with the help of this trigonometry equation sin theta, okay. So I hope that you very well understand that what is the force couple system, and examples related to moments, and I hope that you also understand the coplanar non-concurrent forces examples, okay. Thank you for listening this lecture.